What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my sanctuary build. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at this little greenhouse garden area over here, and all I've done over here is built it on one of the empty patches. So yeah, all I've done is simply took the warehouse walls, which look more like a greenhouse walls. The ones, if you go into the greenhouse section and go all the way along, they're quite far down towards the bottom. You'll find these, and also on the roofs as well. So all I've done is kind of try to get it as perfect as I can on this kind of plot area over here. It kind of overlaps a little bit on the front, but it's all good. So I kind of placed down the walls all around the outside, kind of mixing them up, because it's only two walls. There's the ones without the broken windows and there's the ones with the broken windows, so I couldn't really do much. That's why I've kind of placed down a lot of crap, as you can see. But yeah, once I kind of placed down the outside, I'm pretty sure I added this little thing next. So the front was a bit flat, a bit boring, so to break it up a little bit, all I added was this kind of little section for this doorway kind of sticking out the front, which kind of really helps with the look of the build, and I'm pretty happy with it. And then I went ahead and tackled the roof, and instead of making kind of like the up and down, kind of upside down V, kind of straight roof, which is kind of boring, I went with these kind of little section, kind of little kind of bits of roofs, which I think really looks good, because it kind of breaks up the roof. It doesn't make it look kind of boring, and it doesn't make the roof stick out too much. It doesn't make it look really high and kind of weird. It keeps it quite flat and quite nice. So yeah, as soon as I was kind of finished with that, I went ahead and started making the garden areas inside themselves. So I'm pretty sure I did that. I probably didn't. It's probably all kind of backwards and whatnot. But yeah, all I've done for these is added these kind of little plots, squares, which I'm pretty sure you can find in one of the sections, maybe the like crafting or the resource. It might be the resources. Well, it's in one of them anyway. You probably can find it quite easily, and I've kind of just placed these and kind of made sure they're spaced out quite nicely. Then I went ahead and started adding some of the food kind of plants and whatnot. I've had tomatoes over here. I tried to kind of not add the same crap over and over again. As you can see, I've kind of got these trees at the back, but to break up the kind of bottom bits, I've actually added other plants, as you can see. And over here I've kind of done the same as well, got kind of little random bits of plants and whatnot. And then I wanted to kind of fence off these kind of little sections, because it was kind of looking a little bit boring, a little bit flat, not a lot going on in here. So all I've done is added these little kind of wide fences into the floor, so they're only tiny and people can actually still get to them. So I didn't want to make them too high. And then to kind of break it up and add more detail and add more kind of low friendliness to it, I went ahead and actually didn't finish all the fences. I left a lot of them kind of open and unfinished, because that kind of makes more sense to me, and it works better kind of in this world with this build and this look and feel. So I just went ahead with that. And then to finish off inside here, I've added these kind of posts kind of going along. I can still fit through these, so even though I'm no clipping at the moment, I can still walk through these quite easily. I kind of added them, kind of 4 of them. These are from the track and ball section. These are just the support beams, so I chucked down them. And then for the flooring, I've added some kind of wooden floorings that stick out a little bit, like these ones, which have all the random bits of ply. And also the kind of wide ones of the planks I've used quite a lot in the past. I kind of chucked them down to kind of break up the flooring a little bit. I chucked down just 2 items over here. I think that was about it in here. I didn't really go too mad with the kind of objects, because there's not much room in here anyway. I wanted to keep it quite nice and open. But obviously with these beams, it kind of breaks up the area as well and doesn't make it look too kind of boring and plain in here. Then to finish off, I just added these bottles, which I've said about in the past. I really like them, but I don't like them at the same time, simply for the fact of how clean they are. If they were kind of dirty, they would be so much better, and there's probably a mod for it. And I think in my next build, I'm going to actually go back to using mods, just because I have more options, I guess. And it just makes it more fun and kind of creative and crazy. But it was kind of interesting building without kind of mods, except for obviously Place Anywhere. With this, with the limited kind of objects and whatnot, it was kind of fun. Yeah, so for the outside, all I've done is added a lot of kind of crap to kind of break up how basic looking this building looks on the outside and how flat and boring it is. So one of the main things I did to kind of break it up and make it not so it's kind of repeating wall textures throughout is I've added some random wall bits actually to the side of the build. I mostly used the kind of wall bits that had a lot of kind of open spaces, so it wasn't too kind of just blocked off totally, as you can see with this one. But even with this one, it's still got these kind of open areas and gaps, so it wasn't too kind of like full on, if you get what I mean. And to finish off over here, I've added some of the warehouse kind of random broken walls as well, and I'm pretty sure I used the same type of wall-ins for the front to kind of break that up as well. And then obviously to break up the shape, I just went ahead and placed down loads of objects like these barrels and these boxes, which I use quite a lot. I really like these to break up. They're a really easy way to break up areas. And I got some random plants, got a little tap as well obviously to go with this, so people can get water from here and kind of go straight in. And then I just chucked down, as you can see, just loads of random objects. Got these kind of Bowie, and they called Bowie, blah, blah, blah. The float things for like fishermen and whatnot. Yeah, and I just added some random kind of junk and whatnot, kind of just all the way around, just to break up the shape. Nothing too spectacular. Yeah, got this kind of tent area over here with this water purifier that's not actually on, and these cages kind of stacked up there just to fill in this gap in this area. And it's quite a nice simple build. I'm kind of I'm kind of getting to the point now where I know I can't just keep going like crazy with every build, especially in a place like this. I find the best way to do it is kind of go crazy on some of the buildings and then kind of ease off on some of the others, so it's not too overdone and crazy looking, so it looks kind of more realistic to me. So yeah, and that's basically this greenhouse. So gonna probably end the video here. In the next episode, which is probably gonna be the last episode from the building out here, I'm gonna be looking at kind of the finishing touches I kind of done, so that's probably gonna be quite fast. I don't think I recorded this, but I did some grass over here to kind of break up this flat area and this side. I don't think I recorded this, so I probably haven't got any b-roll or anything for that, but it's there, you can see it. Yeah, so in the next episode we're going to take a look at kind of the finishing touches and whatnot, and then go ahead and inside some random box cards. So yeah, that's about it. I'm rambling now, so I'm just going to end here. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Check out my Instagram if you want more frequent updates. Not too sure where we're going to head to next, so if you've got any ideas, kind of place down. I kind of want to probably do a smaller build, maybe one building build, if that makes sense. So it's only one building I'm working on. Yeah, just to kind of break up how long I spend on kind of each settlement, because obviously this one took quite a lot longer than most settlements because it's quite big and got a lot of builds. So I kind of want to go for probably a smaller one, just kind of ease off on the building. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hit the like button. I'm inside that box cat again. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And goodbye.